loser, bro.
All right, so we back. New episode of Just Landed, man. Jetsetters edition. It's been a while since I did it, because when I do it gotta be somebody that make it make sense. So, I had to get my dog on here, man. Let them know who you are.
Chad Tha Goodfella, one and only.
That's what's up. So, Chad, we're gonna jump straight into it, bro. A lot of stuff been going on, a lot of different things. And one of the things I want to touch upon is politics. In particular, local politics. Now, one thing I noticed was y'all got on Daryl Hurst pretty hard about, making some changes, doing some things in Zion City and Glen Oaks. How did that even come about? Like, what was the motive behind that?
Well, the real motive was, truth be told, man, Joe, at first we didn't even know what these people do. And that's what I would like to put it out there. I would like to just challenge the black community to actually go Google what your city councilmen do, what your mayor responsible for, what your police chief responsible for, who else? Give me some names of people that get elected in your
judges.
Your judges responsible for, so a lot of people don't even know what your district council member do.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even understand the education. So if you don't know the education, you can't even ask the right questions. So I started getting into politics. I started hanging around people of politics.
Yeah.
Then I started realizing, wait a minute, we got people that go vote for us. You know what I'm saying? We got people that can get things done for us. We got people that's supposed to be our
things should stay the same if we know that we could go to them and get it changed.
Right. We got people that's supposed to represent us. Our spokesperson, the people that we vote in. You hear that, black people? We vote these people in. They work for us.
So, Chad, you said something key. We voted them in. So do you feel like a lot of times when these elections come about, it's really just a popularity contest and not necessarily about who gonna do what to change or fix anything?
Definitely a popularity contest. If you know anything about Baton Rouge politics is a popularity contest.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys get these positions, women and men, get these positions because of their popularity, not because of what they have done for the community.
Yeah.
You don't even know these people until it's election time. And Baton Rouge is small. So if you've been doing something for the communities, we should know you. We should know who you is. Anybody who been helping the communities, doing things, you known for that. Let's be honest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You really ain't even got to sell yourself.
So look, what's criteria for you to want to vote for a politician?
Man, like I say, man, I want to just start voting for people who I already know, who are already doing the work, who called to do this work. This is what they love to do. If we start voting people in that don't have their own personal motives to get somewhere, and we need to, I call them humble servants.
Yeah.
Just because you in power don't mean you walk around like, oh, this me, I'm you know what I'm saying, such and such. Nah, you in this position to serve and help as many people as you can.
You only in this position because of the people.
You only in this position because of the people. And
so how can you neglect the people that put you in the position?
Right. How can you neglect the neighborhoods? How can you? Because a lot of these people don't grow up in these neighborhoods, so they don't have no connections.
Yeah.
It's cheaper for me to rebuild my community than move all my loved ones out of the community.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like it should be a requirement that you have to really, really be from that community in order to be a council person for that community?
I feel like you should live there, because if you live there, you're going to take care of yours.
Yeah.
These other council members and stuff, they live in their neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Off Segan Lane and stuff like that. So guess what? When they come out their driveway, they see the potholes, they deal with it, they know the neighborhood, so then they get a lot of stuff done faster.
Yeah.
Because they gotta wake up and come outside and their neighbors looking at them like, hey bro, you see what's going on, you see the trash messed up, you see this and that,
Yeah.
I feel like you should live there. I feel like the people should know you. You should be a community activist before you can make it.
So you said community activist. So I guess my next question would be, what do you want to see out of community activists?
I want to see you engaging in the community more. I want to see you holding more things inside the community, helping people grow, learn, putting more events together to get the community to start talking. Like back in the days, man, we knew our neighbors.
Yeah.
We don't know these kids no more. These kids didn't grow up looking at us and stuff like that. So it's really nobody to talk to. You can't even talk to these kids no more.
Yeah.
Because they don't know us. So I don't
it's a
blame
disconnect.
them.
Yeah.
Ain't no stranger about to walk up to me and tell me, man, pull your pants up, take care of your business. Back in the day, we had OGs we grew up under.
Yeah, y'all knew
We had
them.
our parents too, but we had people that we grew up under. So when the OG walked on the corners like, man, y'all need to chill. We ain't disrespect that man because we knew what he been through.
Yeah.
You know, or like Darryl Hurst, he know the community now because he be in there a lot. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give him his props. He do his thing. He really stepped up and he really take care of his business despite of what people feel about him or stuff like that. I'ma say it like this. He one of the best council members I have ran into.
Yeah, I must say, I've seen him pretty active in comparison to really previous council
really
people we done had.
You know, we got off on the wrong foot, but I gotta give him his respect. I ain't gonna just sit here and just not give him his respect. You know, he do what he gotta do. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit.
So look, I want to transition into something else though, because it's along the same lines of what's going on in Baton Rouge, which is the school system.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna tell you something that a lot of people don't know. I had experience being a substitute teacher in the school system.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Man, it was the worst job I ever had in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I go home, I had to go home and drink. Man, it was a lot of stress, bro.
Kids bad?
Man, it was the kids bad and knowing that they not being led in the right direction, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like to know that their future is kind of meek.
Right.
Based off what I'm seeing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, look, I remember one time I was substitute teaching and I had a class full of seniors and it was around graduation time. So I'm asking them what they gonna do, you know, with themselves after school.
Yeah.
One of the girls said, yeah, I'm gonna get a job at King of Diamonds.
She wanna be a stripper out the gate.
Yeah, that's like, man, like T.K. Kirkland said, man.
She was taught that though.
Who raised you?
That. Right. Ain't nobody raising them.
And that's the problem.
Some of these kids got more common sense than the parents. I do the parents credit.
Yeah.
So I understand. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, Joe, you talking to parents who want the system to be in for them.
Yeah.
They trying to tell you what to do. They get new collections, new late payments on their credit, and they mad at me. You know what I'm saying? They mad at me because they not paying their bills. So imagine that's the parent teaching the kid no accountability.
So let me ask you this. With the school system kind of being as rough as it is right now, do you blame the parents first and then what's going on in the school?
I blame the parents and the school system. I can't separate it because it all work together. It's like a big gumbo pot.
Yeah.
If you miss an ingredient, it's gonna be nasty. You know, so I feel like this. The reason why I blame the school system is because I'm at work all day. We don't live in a perfect world where everybody get to be around their kids and this and that. You know, so my kid at school more than he's at home.
Of course. Yeah.
You know, let's be honest. You know, these people are really raising your kids when you think about it. You drop your kid off at what, 7:45, 8:30?
You might not see him
like
until 3:30, 4
you
o'clock.
You don't see him to 3:30, 4 o'clock.
And then you spend a few
trying to
hours
rush.
with them, then you go on to sleep, and then you
don't
repeat
be
the
one
process.
of those people who work 12 hours, 13 hours a day. You not seeing your kid to 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, so whoever that teacher he look up to and he around or she around, that's who raising these kids.
You know, I agree with you. I definitely do. But I got to see it from the other standpoint too. Working in the school system, which was trying to discipline kids or trying to talk to them.
Right.
And then had the parents come up there and scratch all that out.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely was about to say the parent. I was about to put some accountability on the parents.
Cause look,
because
one time I was subbing, and it was a middle school, and they had a girl in there that was. First of all, I was wondering why she had no uniform on. You know, she came to school in a jean jacket outfit. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. But I noticed that the mother had to be in the class with her.
Yeah.
Like I guess she was so bad that the mother had to come to school and be with the child.
Yeah.
The problem was I had to discipline the mother. The mother was worse than her.
I know, bro. I know. Like I go to these schools and talk to these kids, and then I get a chance to talk to the parents, and it be like, man, the kid just a protege of the parent.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, the parents come up there and want to jump on the teachers, jump on the principals, and don't even be knowing the full story, you know. But then again, like I say, you do got a lot of teachers that don't care no more.
Yeah.
But they don't even make no money. They don't make no money. But think about this, Joe, from the teacher point of view. If I'm sitting here, and we all grown now, so we know how I feel to stress over bills and stuff. If I'm sitting here preaching something, I'm trying to preach to you, education is great. Education is the key, this and that. And I'm making, what, 40,000, 50,000?
Yeah.
I don't really believe in what I'm preaching. You know, like I tell them people when I talk to them, I be like, they don't even make doing right look cool.
Yeah.
Because nobody that's doing right have the things that glorify doing right.
Yeah.
Teachers
it's almost like you're getting penalized for doing right.
Yeah, teachers not pulling up in nice cars, living in nice houses, you know, wearing stuff like at Glen Oaks Middle. We used to have this man called Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
He used to be the teacher over TOR, but he drove a Expedition on 20s, you know, back in the day, that was like 99, 2000.
Yeah. You'll see that and be like, I ain't got no problem being no school teacher.
Stars down Jabos, this and that, nice watches, and everybody wanted to be around this man because he was the coolest. Him, Mr. Pugh, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, so imagine a teacher sitting there telling you, do right. Don't listen to rap music. Don't do this and that. But the rappers living a better life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The rappers got the big mansions. They got this. These teachers not even making enough to make ends meet. And at the end of the day, if I'm sitting at this desk, what I'm worried about? My car no due, my bills barely due. You know, I got to ride Peter to pay Paul. I can't I can't operate the way I need to operate for these kids because I got my own problems.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Chad. You ever seen the movie Killer Season before with Cameron? Mm-hmm. Do you remember they had a part where Cameron was breaking down to his homeboys basically?
The Ferrari.
You go to college. You get these student loans, you get a job, you only make this much, and then you only got this much to really live your life and do the things that you want to do.
Right.
You know, you basically say, how you gonna get fresh?
How?
You know what I'm saying? And do you feel like the school system kind of reflect basically that should be your life or go in that direction? Do you think they need to teach more of how to be an entrepreneur or how to get money, basically?
I feel like the school system promote a lot of failure.
Yeah.
It promote a lot of failure in the system because, I mean, as a juvenile, you got to think, I didn't wait to become an adult to get into criminal activities.
Yeah.
I went in, my first arrest was like 13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I realized that, hey, when I converted over to the criminal system, it was the same, what you call it, the same cycle. Same cycle
lunch,
as what's going
recess,
on in school.
the same kind
like
of,
that. Yeah, like I've been in Phoenix for a little while, and I jogged by this middle high school.
Yeah. Especially
Louisiana school system's trash. So I looked over and I seen it say, such and such street, such and such fine cuisine.
Yeah.
They don't call it cafeteria. You know, they call it like you going to a restaurant or something like that.
Yeah, they give you the more of reality.
More of reality. They teaching these kids. And then look at what these kids eating. A lot of processed food, stuff like that. Food creates things inside your brain too that make you think negative.
Yeah.
So it was easy to transform from the school system to the prison system.
Yeah.
It was easy because it wasn't nothing.
Same kind of structure.
Yeah, it wasn't catastrophic for me. I didn't have to get in no motions of it, you know. It ain't like I went to the prison system.
Gotta get up at a certain time.
Gotta get up at a certain time. When we even went to school, you know, we did everything we did at school.
And look, I went to Bel Air, man. We didn't even have windows in our school. You know what I'm saying? So
you ain't even had nothing to look outside, no beautiful views or nothing.
Straight inside.
Yeah, and people are gonna adapt, bro. Whatever you put people inside of the environment, they're gonna adapt.
Yeah. I mean, even think about it, uniforms. You know what I'm saying?
Right, uniforms.
We took away the individuality of everything.
Took away their own individuality. Now we all wear uniforms when we go to juvenile.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's the same cycle, bro. Any kid that go to school can adapt in the juvenile system. They gonna go to the juvenile system and say, this ain't that bad.
Yeah.
And then what that create? More monsters.
Yeah,
you know
because then they graduate to that penitentiary and they feel like, I'd have been through this already. This ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad.
And once people realize something ain't that bad, they not scared of nothing.
They not afraid of it. You got a lot of dudes who do better in jail than they do out here.
I know niggas that get more money in jail than they do
I know
out there.
niggas go to jail when they tired.
Yeah.
When they tired of the streets.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, that's
I had OG used to say, man, I'm about to go home, man. Tell me to go home for a little while.
Man, I done heard niggas say I'm about to go get a bag right quick. They know how to get more money in jail than they do in the free
Sad,
world.
bro. But the school, just like with the school system, we can elect these people to care about our schools. We run this. We control this. We control everything, man.
So look, I don't want to be so critical without asking for a solution. So what's your solution to help fix the school system?
We need to get these parents back in the school system, bro. The PTA meetings, I ain't gonna lie, when these people hold PTA meetings, they empty. Yeah. I go walk to school with Squeak and Roy and Dana and all them. You know, I'm active in the schools with O'Neal, who got the line for line. We don't have no more trade schools in there. Like I say, they set them up for failure.
Yeah.
You know, with me getting a trade, with me becoming an A-class millwright, I was able to make from 60 to 100. I have made 180 grand one year. I got a 6th grade education, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
No, 6th or 7th grade, I went to jail, I think going into the 7th grade, I went to jail that summer. So I might have went to the 7th grade, but other than that, I went to Second Chance Academy when I bonded out on the murder charge for 14. Yeah. But that was like they didn't teach you nothing.
Nah, it was a holding place pretty much.
Yeah, they didn't teach you nothing. So in a public school, my last thing was I think 6th or 7th grade. I think it was the 7th grade.
Yeah.
And then I got in trouble. And but I feel like the parents got to be more involved. Like the parents got to be involved. The teachers got to care. We need to start sending these kids back to the community schools where they know they people. You know, we wanted to go to Glen Oaks because all my street went to Glen Oaks. You know, my neighborhood went to Glen Oaks.
So you don't feel like that's the case anymore? People don't. Well, you know what? Let me rewind then. Based off you saying that, what you think about a magnet school? Because you know, a magnet school, you bring kids from everywhere to kind of be at this school.
But why we can't have magnet schools in our own community, bro? You know what a
functioning
community is?
Look, I went to a Struma Middle magnet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you like 60 years old, Joe. You know what I'm saying? You my age, though. They don't do that no more. Like these kids they scattered out. That's why you don't have no good sports programs no more.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll say this about going to a Struma. It definitely helped me networking when I got older. Yeah. Because I knew somebody from every neighborhood. I knew somebody, and on top of that, it put me around other people who were kind of on the same kind of time. Yeah. And it's funny because as adults, I see them now, and they all fairly successful in comparison to when I went to Bel Air, where that was in the neighborhood and the community. Man, everybody I went to school with, for the most part, they living hard.
But when we go walk these schools and stuff like that, bro, ain't no love on these schools.
It's not.
Ain't no love. These kids doing whatever they want, however they want, whenever they want. Then these phones, we gotta take these phones away, man.
I think part of the problem too is they scared of these kids.
They
scared of these
kids.
They
should have like a lockbox, like Roy campaigning, and we really need to listen for a lockbox. When you go in class, you need to put your phone up. This phone distract us as grown up. Yeah. So what you think is doing a kid that need to be learning? You know, what you think is doing a kid that need to be, and that's where a lot of the mess start.
They brains process.
They be in group chats, creating mess like meet me in the bathroom, I'm about to beat you up, this and that.
And I'm gonna tell you something else too. It processes their brains on a whole lot of a faster track.
It do.
Because you get exposed to so much stuff that you normally wouldn't have got exposed to, because you can see it on their phone.
It do. And they just not focused on their work. So we creating what our generation gonna be done. You know, if you start going to the hospital, you don't see black doctors no more. Yeah. You don't see things that take long term to get. The attention span not that long. So they not trying to go spend 5, 7, 8 to 10 years in college to be whatever they need to be.
So I got a theory for you. Do you feel like, and I know we kind of diverting from the subject, but, you know, eventually it gets to this point. You know, a lot of kids graduate from high school, or they finish high school, even drop out. And then the goal is for some of them just to get a plant job. But then you get a plant job, and then you be a slave to them for 18 hours a day or 16 hours a day. Do you feel like that's kind of all the pipeline of what's going on. Pretty much meaning we're not gonna prepare you with a whole lot of different skills, but we'll help you get a job where you could be a slave to something.
Well, I mean, we all slaves to something.
So you don't.
You know, I learned the difference.
Well, not to cut you off, but also too, being slave to something that could be a risk to your health, depending on what kind of plant job it is.
Chemical plants is real dangerous. I mean, I worked around a lot of stuff, and it's racism too. It's just like jail. You just get a furlough.
Yeah.
You just get a furlough to go home every day.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, you gotta think. I was making $100,000 with a middle school education.
Yeah.
What I should have learned is financial literacy. What I should have been doing is taking those checks and buying properties, investing into a business. Because a plant job is a good job to invest because you're making a lot of money.
And I guess my point is too, based off you saying that, I feel like as the kind of people that we are, we have the mind to make $100,000 without having to go work 16 hours in the plant.
Do we?
I do
Because I feel like I worked harder for my own companies than I do, and for less money than I do when I was in the chemical plants.
I think
everybody not entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying?
And I understand that too. But even certain skills where you don't have to work as hard or have to deal with the risk of your health being involved, that we need to maybe develop more of that, because I hear so many times now, that's almost like the goal. Like I hear youngsters say, man, I'm gonna just get in the plant, get my bread up, and then
As they should though.
You know what I'm saying?
As
But
they should, but
when I'm saying that we don't have to just go to the plant to get our bread up.
No, we don't, but I mean, I'd rather do that than sit on the corner and hustle.
Of course. I mean, if that's your option, laid on the table.
Everybody don't have bigger options.
But I feel like
what you're saying, you know?
we need more options is what I'm saying. Like, nobody's even looking at the other options. Like, some of the stuff that's done, you know what I'm saying? I work doing computer programming.
But if you don't know, you don't know. We need more computer programmers in the hood.
Yeah.
We need more computer programmers making it look cool. You know what I'm saying? We need, like, you only gonna do what you taught. Like, I done met some people in my life that when they say, man, I gotta go find another hustle, I gotta get another job, they come from generations of their family opening up businesses.
Yeah.
So they know how to open up a business. Bro, I'm the first generation of
Chad,
my own business.
That get back to what I'm saying. In the school system, we need to be teaching more of that. And not more of the, we just gonna get you by and hope that you can get a good plant job.
They need to be teaching a lot of stuff, bro. But if they do, then everybody gonna excel in life, and they don't want that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting to.
These kids understood the. Think about if you was in middle school, high school, and you knew the importance of credit. You knew how to open up a business.
Yeah.
You knew that, hey, I know, like man, I didn't learn how to open up businesses and stuff till I was like in my 30s, man, late 20s.
Yeah.
That's me. You know, and then you gotta understand, being the hardest part about having a black business, and you could vouch for this, is dealing with black folks.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
Of course.
You know, they jealous hearted, they get mad, they bash you for no reason. Like, they could go out there and mess their own credit up, but they gonna blame it on me.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to listen. They do whatever they feel like doing. They run their credit. They don't pay their bills. They do this. You know, like, it's hard, it's stressful, and then they get on the internet and go viral and say, well, he scammed me. He took my money.
So,
you know?
Chad, I didn't want to divert to this, but I saw this, you know, flashing through social media. What you doing credit, I didn't get the whole gist of what was going on, but it was along the lines of, like, your credit being hacked and shown or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, do you want to talk about that, discuss that in any kind of way? Because
it's just on some fuck nigga shit, or a fuck nigga got exposed on some shit, and he trying to expose me, not knowing that I moved through business credit. You know what I'm saying?
And I guess my point is, business credit is important to the point where you can do a lot of things.
Business credit is the way.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these businesses don't push shit in their name. Like, a lot of dudes preach that business credit stuff, but they don't even understand what it mean when they say control everything and own nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They talk like, and then we live in a society where if you got a few dollars, you could get on the internet and just pretend like you know something.
Yeah.
You know, pretend like you got something going on.
You know what? I do feel like this. And
we got a lot of fake gurus.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, Chad. It's a lot of fake prophets.
And there's a lot of niggas that came up in the pandemic.
Yeah.
When shit was easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now that shit really hard that you gotta really get it out the
Well,
mud.
I mean, the thing that people fail to realize is they see these people with this money and these riches or whatever. It be SBA loans and PPPs.
And then also be the hustle though. The hustle is the hustle you.
Yeah, you're right.
Like I gotta reach hundreds of thousands of people because the people that I reach not about to refer me to nobody.
Yeah.
Not about to come back to me. So I'm gonna put a lot of money into my marketing because I need to reach 3 million people because I'm about to jack 3 million people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So look, as a black business, what do you find to be the hardest obstacle?
Black people. Dealing with black folks, bro.
Yeah.
They hell. And they wanna put something in their mind to where it should be like this. They have no patience. They operate out of desperateness. So most people don't even get their credit done till they need it.
You know what? I can say the same thing with taxes.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because a lot of people don't take it serious until they get that letter from the IRS.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? When
And then
you
they want to rush you.
Yeah, because the thing is, bro, unfortunately for black people, they always want to get the biggest refund. They want to get the most money. And then 3 years later, you get audited. They want you to pay it back. And now it's like, man, what you could do to help me get out of this? Well, you shouldn't have got in it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because you really just took a loan. You know what I'm saying? With interest now. Because they'll give you whatever you want.
They're going to come back and get it. Yeah. People don't understand it. And then our black communities, bro, we always looking for the next play, the next hustle, the next scam.
Yeah.
Like this shit, like people putting their social security numbers in. And I feel victim of it because I allowed some people to do some stuff for me. Because I didn't. For one, let me tell y'all something, man. Do your own research.
Yeah.
I probably got some things that's gonna come back on me, or I probably got some stuff because I allowed people to do things for me, and I was just being lazy. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you gotta be thorough.
This phone, bro, this phone right here, this motherfucker powerful if you use it right.
Yeah.
You know, but we use it, but we gotta look at our community and see, Joe, why is it when you on there talking about taxes and you talking about the right stuff, you get 7 views. But if you get on that bitch and say,
I get you 20 grand back.
Yeah, or what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna make this do that, and you put $1,000, I'm gonna get you 50 grand. That's not even logical.
Yeah, everybody jump on it. I mean, that's why so many people got scammed with Instagram at one point, where they was getting the DMs like, send me $200 and I'm gonna flip it for you, or send me this in the Cash App.
Yeah.
But man, if you didn't work for it, bro, it ain't meant for you.
And
a lot of times.
We don't want to work for it. We don't listen to the real successful people who always say, somehow black people don't never hear when the real successful people say, it took me 15 years to get here. Yeah. It took me 20 years to get here. It took me 10 years. It took me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We think that we gonna wake up and we just gonna blow up overnight.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, and I see that being in the music industry as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize the grind of it. They think they gonna go to the studio, record a song, force these DJs to play it, force the people to like it, and then they gonna get paid for these shows and be on.
You gonna make it overnight, and they give up so quick.
Yeah.
They give up so quick. I tell clients, man, I be deleting clients. Some clients I be deleting $30,000, $40,000 worth of collections off their shit.
Yeah.
And they be like, well, what's taking you so long? What's taking you so long? I'll be like, well, ma'am, but sir, you can always pay it. You know what I'm saying? How long will it take you to start paying these people?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But we don't have no patience for nothing. And as long as they can keep us rushing shit, what you gonna do, Joe? You gonna always make a bad decision because you rushing it. But my advice to my black people, man, go do your own research. Matter of fact, if you doing business with somebody and they tell you, man, just take my word from it. Don't take their word for it. When you hang up, tell them people, man, let me think about it. And if they get mad at you, don't fuck with them.
If they get mad, it ain't meant for you to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody that's doing business either have patience anyway.
And hang up and do your research and then call these people back. Don't go with the most popular person. And then for my black people, stop following the nigga because of what he got.
Yeah.
His hustle is that. He dangling this shit in your face. I got people call me all the time and trying to deal with somebody because they got a $250,000 G-Wagon. Yeah. I'm like, sir, you make $27 an hour. Realistically, you can't even afford this G-Wagon.
Yeah, you shouldn't want that G-Wagon.
And they don't understand the hustle is you. My success is hustling you. Some people, that's their success.
Yeah.
It's getting your money. And you falling for it because you got these things that you dream about, and these people got these things.
I've seen companies, even in the music industry, where basically their whole thing is they gonna prey off of these rappers being so thirsty for success and money that
Sign right here.
Man, they be like, look, we gonna help you do this for you, but give us this much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, a picture's gonna show everything that they want to believe in. Like if they see money, they see nice cars or whatever, they like, okay, we going with that.
Right.
That car might not even be theirs.
And don't even have the steps to obtain it. But you the reason why I'm getting this car, because I'm about to jack you about to give me all this money, and I ain't about to do half the stuff. And I'm going on. That's why I gotta reach. That's why some of these guys, they do guerrilla marketing.
Yeah.
Because I gotta reach as many people as I can before my gig up.
Yeah.
You got people leaving companies there where they done scammed everybody, opening up new companies. And then we to the bad part to, well, this what I don't like. I can't stand the fact that me telling the truth about you is hating. You know? Why I can't tell the truth about you as long as I'm not, look, man, as long as y'all not lying on me, you could tell the world about me.
I think that worked to a certain degree when it comes to telling the truth. You gotta be careful. I'm pretty sure you're gonna understand when I say this because I know how you get down.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, like if you did something wrong, illegal, I'm gonna just keep my mouth closed about that. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the ramifications of what's going on.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about ratting.
I know, that's why I'm clearing that up.
But let's be honest though, everybody not street niggas, man.
Yeah.
That rat shit only go for street laws. If I'm doing legit business with you and you do some illegal shit with me, and we got contracts and you scamming me and you
I gotta get me.
I gotta get me. What I'm gonna do, go try to kill you?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be locked up for it. Yeah.
I'm gonna put them lawyers on you. Everybody, the black people gotta stop living out street laws.
So look, let me ask you this. This is a scenario that was brought to me like yesterday or so. So, man, he gonna kill me for he know the story when he hear this. He gonna kill me for this. But let's say you dealing with a female, right? And she put sugar in your tank and now your car messed up.
Yeah.
So now you gotta file a police report. Because the insurance company got to be like, look, if somebody put sugar in your tank, you're going to have to file a police report so we could take care of this.
Right.
But then they ask you who did it, and you know who did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are you wrong for telling them who did it if you know who did it?
Let me ask you something. If I catch this woman as this female and I slap her with my pistol and knock her teeth out, is she going to tell on me?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not a street situation.
Yeah.
Women shouldn't do that. Like my insurance company my insurance about to go up, this and that, and what if I shoot at you? Now I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. So I feel like street rules only apply to street people.
And that's why I wanted to bring that up, because a lot of people I think are kind of like, they don't know where to go when they come to different situations like that. Some people feel like, man, look, I shouldn't even say nothing about this.
So I'm going to just keep accepting
it. You're going to lose your car.
Keep doing it. The woman going to keep doing it.
Well, on top of that, the insurance company might not even take care of the car.
Or doing something to her, now I'm a bitch nigga. I should have called the police instead of putting my hands on her, this and that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Certain situations require, man, everybody can't live without the police.
Yeah.
These niggas not killers out here. These niggas not gorillas out here. You know what I'm saying? And I can speak on that because I have been to jail for self-defense cases because I don't talk to the police, but I am a real life street nigga.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these niggas do a lot of rap. A lot of these niggas, they not solid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't talk regardless. Like even I went to jail because I didn't talk to the police and I was the victim in the situation.
Yeah.
But I'm a real life street nigga. I'm not a street nigga no more.
Yeah.
So really, truth be told, I don't even have to live off that law no more. Yeah. I still do, but if I'm at the house with my kids minding my business and a nigga come in and harm me or do something, should I go to jail for killing him?
No.
I'm not doing street shit. I pay my taxes every day. I stay. Sooner or later, you gotta convert out the streets.
Yeah.
You feel me? But like I ain't gonna lie, if I'm still doing street shit and then playing the police, I'm a bitch ass nigga for that.
Yeah.
But if I didn't turn my whole life around, and why would I look like turning my whole life around?
I mean, you paying taxes for a reason.
Yeah, to go be beefing with these little niggas and I'm not even in the streets. A little nigga done walked up and kidnapped, robbed me and my family or doing something. What I'm 37 years old, I'm supposed to go out there and beef with a 19-year-old who ain't got nothing to live for?
Yeah.
And let's get it clear, I'm not in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody who not in the streets. I'm talking to somebody who done transformed their whole life. They moved out the hood or they live in the hood, but they don't do no street
they
shit.
not to the activity
Get up
no
every
more.
day, go to work, take care of their family, this and that. What that man look like going to throw his life away?
Yeah.
And a nigga could know me like my name ain't never came up in a rat situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We know that, Chad. We know that. We done talked about
Yeah, but I'm
that.
just, I gotta let them niggas know that I'm harder than the nigga that they look up to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But sooner or later, you can't keep living the same way. What I look like beefing with these little niggas, I'm not in the streets.
Yeah. I mean, on top of that, bro, we ain't getting no younger the way it's like, man, if you don't transform, you gonna die.
You gonna die, you gonna ride in jail.
Yeah.
And when you 37 years old doing 10 years, that's 50. You gonna be out when you 50.
Yeah. The world gonna be over.
Over a little nigga who ain't got shit to do with that, ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wasn't gonna be shit and was gonna get killed sooner or later down the street.
Yeah.
But you know, we got too many people that ain't in the streets. And that's what's wrong with the streets.
Yeah, so speaking of transformations and moving on, another thing I noticed is, man, you been taking care of your health.
Yeah, man,
from a
mentally and
physically. Yeah. So tell me about that journey, bro. Like, what made you decide to go so hard about your health?
Man, it's just your surroundings, bro. You know, God done blessed me to be around. Man, I finally got a set of real friends.
Yeah.
You know, I got real people that hold me accountable, and you know me, Joe, I always hold myself accountable.
Yeah.
And one day I was in the club with one of my friends, one of my close friends, like a brother to me. And he got a lot to lose. You know what I'm saying? And I told myself, I'm like, man, if I was to snap, because I got anger problems. I had anger problems, like angry, like I get angry. I get like
I've heard
murder,
some stories.
Yeah, murder time angry, you know, but when you got people around you with shit to lose, and you blessed that these people allowed you in their space.
Yeah,
and
they gonna calm you down.
You affiliated with these people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You affiliated with these people. These people are part of your life, and that's what I tell people, you are who you hang around.
Yeah.
Even in the Bible it say, two people can't walk together if they don't agree.
Yeah.
So you represent your friends, you know, and I told myself, one day, man, if I was to jump off and do some fucked up shit, this gonna affect this man. This gonna affect this man money. This gonna affect everything going on with this man, you know? So as a friend, you gotta hold yourself accountable for the people you hang around too. You should care about the people you hang around.
Yeah.
You know, true friendship is the result of hard work.
Yeah.
You gotta earn friendship. You know, and so I started self-evaluating myself.
Yeah.
And I started asking myself, why it's dangerous for some of us black men, bro. I'm telling y'all, we walking around with way too much anger. Way too much anger. You know, and I could say that because, Joe, bro, I shouldn't walk around as a ticking time bomb. I shouldn't go from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
It should be stages, you know, I should think. And any man that lead with his emotions is not a leader at all. You shouldn't be ready to lead nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. People who run countries, who over countries, if they led with their emotions, man, we'd be at war every day.
That's what we got going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of emotions going on that's flying, and we about to head into another world war.
Yeah.
You know, but so I want to operate on my highest value of life.
Yeah.
Like I started changing my life and started moving into my purpose. And I want to be here for my people. Like I feel like this. I feel like, you know how people always say you don't owe nobody?
Yeah.
I owe a lot of people, Joe.
Yeah.
I was a part of these gangsters out here. You know, I helped birth a lot of these kids. I helped make that shit look cool. It was some of the kids that seen me come through with my colors on Dayton's with the big pistol, AKs, shooting shit, and they was like, I want to be like Chad.
Yeah.
You know? So the same problems that you create, you should help fix them. You owe it to somebody.
Yeah.
You know, so at the same time, you can't help nobody if you sick too. You know, because I don't like to pretend. I don't like to act. I am who I am.
Yeah.
So I start holding myself accountable like, man, fix yourself. You around here telling these kids, stop the violence. Do this, do better, this and that. And the first time you get mad, nigga, you trying to put a nigga up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You trying to do this and that. So you need to fix yourself.
So let me ask you this, bro. Working on your physical, you lost a lot of weight. You done got yourself in some great physical condition. Do you feel like that also changed your mental condition by losing the weight?
Most definitely, bro. it changed everything because you start caring about yourself. You start learning self-love.
Yeah.
But really, bro, my body, Joe, my body is the results of a train wreck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This man, like when I figured out like I could put all that anger and negativity into my body and get positive results, you know, some days that's stress. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of me finding myself. You start eating better, so you start caring about yourself, and then you get up every day, you discipline. You start learning some discipline too. Because you go to the gym, even when you ain't got it, you get up and run, and that's your mental therapy. When I'm running 4-5 miles around the lake, I'm running somewhere, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, man, you shouldn't be worried about this. You shouldn't be worried about that. And then just taking care of yourself help you mentally, because once you love yourself, there's a lot of things you won't tolerate.
And that's kind of why I was getting to.
Yeah, it's a lot of things you won't accept for this relationship-wise.
Yeah.
You know, some of my women, if y'all work out and start loving yourself, you wouldn't find yourself even letting this man get to these certain levels in your life to destroy you like that.
Yeah.
You know, my fellas, man, if you exercise, you eat right, started practicing better habits than running to that liquor. And I used to be the guy run straight to that bar. Used to get drunk every day, even when I worked the job, get off work, do the same black people thing, get off work, grab a bottle, get drunk, get up, go to work. So it's like you're not gonna even think about having a business or stuff like that. And then,
you're poisoning your mind.
Yeah, and then one thing I noticed too, Joe, that's very important. You just don't have the strength to do it.
Yeah.
You know, cause you hungover, you lazy, you full of bad foods. So it's like, so the other day I was somewhere, and I'm gonna say this because it's like, when you physically eating right, you eating right, you mentally got yourself together, you taking care of yourself, that extra mile you need to go for success, you prepared for it. You know, I got lost one day. I was running in Phoenix, I got lost. And I thought I was only prepared to run 3-4 miles, or walk 3-4 miles. But the journey ended up being 6 to 7 miles.
Yeah, because you had to find your way.
And if I wasn't mentally and physically prepared for that, I wouldn't have made it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I kept running until I found my way. I never stopped, never took a break. It was just me and God just talking, and God kept saying, keep going, you got it. But I was mentally and physically prepared for that success story.
Yeah.
So I say a lot of people wake up and they hungover. Like, you done been drunk before. I know I have plenty of times.
Yeah.
And everything just aggravates you. Because that's the liquor keeping you down. Yeah. That's the liquor, that's the drugs keeping you down. That's whatever telling you, you ain't got it, you tired. So you just want to sleep all day. You don't even want to work on bettering your life. And then you don't have the tolerance. Because the alcohol make you so quick to be alive wired to where you snap.
So you feel like basically cutting that out of your life, that made you more of a approachable person now. You know what I'm saying?
Where these past 2 months, I just gave up alcohol. You know, I gave up liquor, I gave up smoking weed. I even gave up sex. You know, soul ties real. You could be sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah.
I done know how it feel to sleep with women who dog you out, who make you feel like you ain't shit. And at the end of the day, if that's the woman you love, you gonna die at her opinion. So if you got a woman telling you, bitch, you ain't gonna never be shit, you a bitch ass nigga, this and that. After a while, you get to second guessing yourself like, damn, you know, cause you love this woman.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful who you lay down with and sleep with too.
That's facts. So speaking of that, what you think about dating nowadays? Like how you feel about that whole scene and selecting the women that you do deal with?
I feel like you can't date nobody until you date it yourself, until you complete. Because now the way I look at women differently. Every level of life I keep hitting, the women that I used to love and lust over and go crazy, they don't mean nothing to me no more. You know, the women that probably I would have gave the world to, I don't even look twice at no more. So I feel like you gotta love yourself. A person shouldn't compliment you. A person shouldn't complete you, they should compliment you.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like this. How can you know you receiving the best if you don't treat yourself the best? How you know? You know, I found myself, Joe, begging for the bare minimum because I felt like that's what I deserved.
Yeah.
So a woman could give me the bare minimum.
And you was content with that.
Not only content, I was overly excited. Yeah. Like, I love this woman. This woman only giving me some pussy. She doing this, you know what I'm saying? Little small minimum shit. You know, because I don't know no better.
So basically, you didn't learn how to value yourself a whole lot more.
I value myself. So now a woman got to come with more. She got to be, you know, I understand what she should be, her role she should play.
So let me ask you this, based off the women that's watching this, what would you consider your criteria for what you're looking for?
I'm looking for a nurturer. You know, I'm looking for a best friend. You know, a lot of people make their relationships seem like it's hard, like it's a job. Yeah. You know, but I grew up in a healthy relationship, so I got to witness true love. I witnessed true love. My mom and my daddy, they are really truly in love. They are best friends. Yeah. You know, despite the ups and downs, I need a woman that can respect me, respect my journeys, respect what I'm going through. Also, roll with me on these journeys. Let's build each other.
Not to cut you off, but that's a topic I've been talking about a lot lately is respect. And I feel like a lot of women need to learn how to respect men just as much as men need to learn how to respect women.
But it's hard to show you a good man to a woman that don't know what a good man is, bro. You know, and that's vice versa.
And what I meant by that statement is certain buttons that women push that they gotta understand that once you cross those lines, it ain't really no coming back.
Yeah, but I used to think that was real. I was in a real relationship, in a relationship, and I used to think that every time we got into it, we supposed to beat each other down. Like when me and a woman get into it, we supposed to be like, bitch, that's why I'm fucking such and such, or you trash, you ain't shit, but I love this woman. Yeah. I really don't mean this shit.
But at the same time, that show a lack of respect too.
A lack of respect. We didn't have no respect in that house. No honor, no
with no respect, ain't nothing gonna last.
Ain't nothing gonna roll, you know, and
think about it, men are willing to die behind their respect.
I for sure.
You know
I'm gonna die behind my respect.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you might live to prosper, but you'll die behind respect.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I feel like where we at in this world now, we too busy looking at the outside and the monetarily shit instead of looking inside of people's souls. I want to know who you are. You really, bro? Just give me a chance to know you for you, and we okay. And you gotta understand that everybody not for everybody. What made me love myself is me being able to love myself. Is now I understand that I'm not for everybody. Yeah. So I don't feel play when a woman tell me, baby, you not my cup of tea. Cool. I'm not gonna get mad, call you a bitch, this and that, because
what it is.
It is what it is.
And there's so many other women out here that's okay. I'll move on to the next.
I am perfectly okay with not being your type. And a lot of women call me arrogant, this and that, but it is what it is. I'm not your type. You're not my type. We're not about to force it.
And this is the thing. Even if you were to be arrogant, so if you are arrogant, you just need to be with a woman that enjoys an arrogant man.
Right, but I ain't arrogant. I'm just confident.
I know that, but you know.
So I know once we sit down on this first date, a lot of women get mad because I'm gonna tell her, baby, this is gonna be our last time sitting down again.
Yeah. You know what? I made a joke on the live version of Just Landed where I say we have first dates, but I do last dates too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll take them on the last date, leave them on a good note.
It's gonna be it. Yeah, I would ghost a woman. When we talking and we ain't talking right, ain't nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
See, I'll be honest with you, with ghosting, I do feel like that's a little bit of immaturity in the sense of if you don't want to deal with the person no more, just tell them straight up what it is.
Yeah, but that started a lot of confusion because you got a lot of insecure women. Yeah. So some women, I don't mind being a bad guy, just get from around me. Yeah. You know, some women you can't say, well, baby, I feel like this about you is so messed up. They gonna be like, bitch, what the fuck you talking about? You bullshit, bald-headed ass,
I get what you saying.
Ass nigga. And I just don't want that negativity. And then we just met. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not talking about like women out of slept with this and that. Like, it ain't nothing to talk about. I mean, we just fall off. Yeah. You know, we just fall off. Like I just keep going. Like we might have texted a few times, it ain't going nowhere. Boom, we went on a little date. I don't really owe you no explanation. Yeah. Like I don't owe you. We not invested in each other.
I agree with that. But I do this for my own security. Yeah. I leave on a high note. Whatever it is, I try to make sure we leave on a high note. So that way, if you want to decide like, because I mean, you know this is a fact. When you leave certain women mad, they go throwing crosses. They put you in crosses with other people that you got business with, and they don't even be true.
Regardless, though, because when a woman don't have no accountability, she gonna blame everybody but herself. Yeah. So I'm more secure with myself, and women got a lot of insecurities out here. Yeah. So I'll just rather say, you know what? It's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, and that's kind of why I say by leaving on the high note, the way I ain't gonna leave you dry, like I ain't gonna raw you out, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely not gonna raw them out. I'm one of the most respectful men when it comes to women, bro. I don't disrespect a woman. I feel like the best creatures put on these earth was a woman. Was a woman. You know, I don't. You could tell. I don't.
And when I say raw them out, I mean even when they might be in the wrong. Look, I'm gonna just leave this a little peacefully, so that way we ain't got. Because when women have a situation with a man, most people are going to take the woman's side regardless of what happened or what really happened.
Most definitely.
So it's
but I
best
don't even put myself in that situation. I don't engage in it. There's a lot of things I don't do with women. I'm not going to put my hands on you. I don't want to verbally or physically abuse you. I'm not going to talk under your dress because you are who you lay down with. So if I lay down with you, that make me the same equal as you. You know, I'm the same equal as you. I'm no better than you. You know?
So let me ask you this. Do you judge women based off of the dudes they dealt with prior?
I judge women off the dudes they dealing with at the moment when I meet them. It turns me off that if I meet a woman, but I don't even ask.
But it's easy to find out, especially being in
Baton Rouge. But if I find out, it's like, you know, because the reason why I move away from a lot of women in Baton Rouge, because at the simple fact, you can end up in hard up beef.
All the time.
You can end up in hard up beef because you and another dude dealing with the same woman.